There are different scenarios. On the worst scenario, if the unity and the integrity of the military forces breaks down, that will lead to a very serious situation where if there are two armed sides, in the worst possible scenario, we could see a civil war. Nobody wants to see that happen in Fiji. The likelihood is that Mr. Speight would be charged with treason, and there has been no sign yet on any side of an international peacekeeping force being invited into Fiji. In the absence of such an invitation, any troop movement into Fiji could well be regarded as an invasion. It would certainly not resolve the underlying problems that exist in Fiji, which in the end have to be resolved by the Fijians themselves.
The name of the islands.
Yes, we can give you the detail of.
We also have used this as an opportunity to re-establish diplomatic relations with North Korea. I am delighted that the Fijian military authorities have put Mr. Speight and a number of others into detention. I understand that around 369 of Speight's supporters have been rounded up by the Fiji military and police, and that all of those people are in detention. Mr. Speight has committed what by any standards is a criminal act to seize the Prime Minister, the elected government, hostage, to hold them for a month and a half in the Parliament, to have plunged Fiji into a state of political and economic chaos. And all I can say is that we are delighted that at last decisive action has been taken. Some years to see North Korea as a member of the ASEAN Regional Forum to complete. If there's a quick move towards the restoration of democracy in Fiji, then sanctions will be lifted. If Mr. Speight, as I've often said, Mr. Speight became the Prime Minister of Fiji or played a significant part in the Fijian government, then the sanctions would be strengthened.
Mr. Governor, did the United States make any...
It's been decided to send some Black Hawk helicopters to East Timor to give the peacekeeping force there much greater flexibility. That is something, let me say to you, that has been was considered by the government some weeks ago. But obviously the death of the New Zealander reminds us all that the peacekeeping operation, particularly in the western part, not so much the central and eastern part, but in the western part of East Timor, is dangerous business. Who have overthrown a perfectly reasonable, democratically elected government. Australia's very strong commitment to Indonesia's territorial integrity, and have urged all members of the ASEAN Regional Forum to reinforce the international community's view that we don't give support to separatist or secessionist movements in Indonesia, and that for the stability of the region, Indonesia needs to be able to work out the internal difficulties that it has in a peaceful and constructive way, and the assistance that the international community can give is humanitarian assistance in the circumstances of the case. Okay? Right, thank you.